You're not stuck. You're rehearsing rejection. Welcome back to Rebuild Yourself Co. I am Britt Johnson, and today we are going to talk about rehearsing rejection, catching it, and how to stop it. So before you even try, you've already decided that it's going to fail, and your mind is telling you that that's a logical thought. But what is rehearsing rejection? It's overthinking every move before even taking it, playing out every possible scenario that could go wrong, talking yourself out of opportunities, and the big one, you guys, is waiting until you feel ready. You're not preparing. You are literally predicting failure. Now, you guys, this is something that I've personally gone through. I used to live in my head like this all the time. In fact, it's been going on since 8th grade. This behavior, I've pretty much conditioned my brain to be wired like that and to constantly have negative thoughts, self-doubt, and the rehearsing of rejection. And because of that, I have not gotten very far in any of the goals that I have deep down inside, burning inside of me, because I'm constantly rehearsing rejection. I am setting myself up for failure. I'm putting that negative energy into the world, and guess what? Not getting anything I want. I would second guess myself so much that I would sit here and think, why am I not moving forward? Well, because you're putting those negative thoughts into the world. I believe heavily in energy, and the energy that you have towards yourself and the thoughts that you feed in your head, hence the negative thoughts, that's going to reflect in your real life. So the more you rehearse rejection, the more you tell yourself you can't do something, the more you're going to see it happening in the real world. It's dangerous because it feels productive, but it's not. Your brain's job is to keep you safe, you guys, not to help you grow. That is why it's so important to become mentally strong. Now, I understand how easy it is for me to sit here and say that. I'm in a good space right now. My energy is good. I'm achieving goals. I'm going after them. I'm not worrying about what other people think. But I do understand that when you are in it, it is so hard to pull yourself out. So I want you to hear that. If you are watching this and you have a desire to change your life, you want to stop rehearsing rejection, stop setting yourself up for failure, I want you to know that I understand how hard it is to pull yourself away from that. But it's not impossible. It's hard, it's uncomfortable. And if you're anything like me and you've conditioned yourself to think that way, and you've conditioned yourself to have certain behaviors, it's going to be hard to pull away from that because that is your comfort zone. That is what you're used to. But it is possible. How do I know? Because I'm living proof. I'm here to be your guide. I'm here to go first. I'm here to show you that it's possible. So you might not change right away after watching this video, and that's fine. But I want to be a voice of reason for you and to tell you that it is possible. If I could say anything over and over again, it is possible. I understand the darkness and the vicious loops and the cycles and the toxicity of that. I get it. I was there for a very, very long time. Have faith in yourself. Work on it a little bit each day. Promise you're going to notice a huge, huge shift. So let me say this to y'all. You reinforce fear every time you don't act. And that's the conditioning part. Every time you don't act on something you truly want to act on, you're reinforcing the fear. You build evidence that your brain says, see, you didn't do it again. So it's basically like, that's who you are. You're a failure. You're not going to go anywhere. You're never going to move. That is your brain your brain is against you, is what I'm trying to say. Be stronger than your thoughts. Be stronger than your thoughts. Again, I understand it is so easy for me to sit here and say that because when you're really going through it, if you're really going through it right now and you're watching this video, what I'm saying might be going in one ear and right out the other. That's fine because that happened to me too. I would turn on all these self-help videos and YouTube channels, and try to be positive, but I just couldn't because I was so stuck in my ways. I was so conditioned to be a negative person. And the thing is with those self-help videos, all the big influencers and stuff you see for self-development and self-trust and confidence building, whatever, I've never heard them actually say a real story, something they've actually gone through. They kind of just go, do this. You need to wake up in the morning and drink a full glass of water, which you should do that. But drink a full glass of water and have positive thoughts from the get go, when they're not realizing that if you are in a really dark spot and you're trying to move out of that, it is so hard to just wake up and go right to a positive mood, especially in the morning. Like, this is for me personally. I've conditioned myself for so many years to be a negative person. And like by the evening of a day, I'll be like, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to change my life. It's going to be great. Go to bed at night, whatever. I wake up and my brain has reset to that negative process. I don't want to get out of bed. I'm like, oh, this sucks. I don't want to, like, the day's going to suck. I'm already putting it out there that I'm going to have a horrible day, that I'm not going to achieve anything. My brain resets. I don't know if that's true for you. Put that in the comments, because I want to know if I'm the only person who does that. But when I wake up in the morning, my brain has reset to its previously conditioned way of being, and I'm negative. Don't want to get up out of bed. It's like a hassle. Like, oh, I gotta log on to work. Today's gonna suck. I'm not gonna do good in this meeting. I'm not gonna be prepared. And then guess what? My day ends up going exactly like I'm predicting it. I am predicting that failure. So I get it. It's so easy for me to sit here and say it versus actually doing it when you're in a dark, deep spot and you're trying to pull yourself out of it. So that's really what I'm trying to convey here in this channel is I'm not just going to be some person who acts like I have it all together. I still have slip ups. I still get really down on myself and have the self-doubt and tell myself I'm not, going to achieve whatever. But the thing is I have learned to catch those thoughts, reframe it, turn it into something positive, fight my thoughts, fight my brain, tell my brain, no, look, you may have had that thought, you may have put that in my head, but I'm not going to accept it. I'm going to push it away and stay focused on my big picture here, stay focused on my goals. So please, if you're watching this, do not think I'm just another person on YouTube, acting like I have all of it together, like I've mastered something, like I've figured out life, because I don't. I am just here to show you that it's possible. With a little work, a little effort, you can slowly start to rebuild that self-trust and that confidence and go after your dreams. It's possible. It's going to be hard. It's going to be uncomfortable. It might take you a hot minute to get to where I am. That's fine. I did not get here overnight. It took months. In the morning, I still, like I said, every morning I still have a reset, and I'm like, it's time to get up again. Here we go. And then I'm like, oh, I feel like I just fell asleep. Now I got to get up and do this all over again. I have to fight for it. I have to be like, no, those thoughts are not serving you, Brittany. Get up, make your kids lunch, take them to school, brush your teeth, wash your face, get yourself together, prepare for the day, have a positive attitude, stop listening to every single negative thought, have some self-love, have some self-trust. And it sounds so corny, but I promise you guys it helps. I have been doing this for a while now, and I'm noticing such a difference in myself. I'm so proud of how far I've come in just the little amount of time that I've started putting all of this into practice. So no, it's not going to be a quick fix. It's not going to happen overnight. You're not going to snap your fingers and be a totally different person. You got to work for it. Some of you might sit here and watch this video and, may think I'm giving great advice or whatever. And then you wake up the next morning or in the next hour, you're not noticing any changes. That is on you. You have to want it. You have to work for it. And another thing I'll share is I would watch these videos and I thought that I wanted it, but I didn't want it bad enough because I wasn't putting anything into action. I really truly wasn't doing anything to change my mindset or um, the actions I took throughout the day. You have to really want it. Some of you might not be there yet. Maybe this is just the beginning. That's fine. That's fine. But the key is if you really want to pull out of that depression, you really want to stop second guessing yourself, stop rehearsing the rejection, live a more positive life, start achieving your goals, not caring about what other people think, rebuild that self trust, you have to really want it. That is like the biggest key factor here. You have to want it. If you are sitting here and you're kind of like me and you're like, oh, I do want it, but you're not really putting anything to action yet, do not be surprised if things are still staying the same. You've got to fight for it. You have to remind yourself, this is what I want, and start working towards it a little at a time. And once you start doing it a little at a time, you're going to start noticing that the changing your mindset, pushing out negative thoughts that aren't serving you, it's going to become second nature. You're going to get used to it once you start repeating those steps. I promise. I was the saddest person you'd ever meet. Everything that was wrong with my life and my situation was either someone else or something else. It was never me. I was pitiful. My feelings got hurt easily over everything. I took everything personally, and I was not living a very happy. There's a lot of negative energy like surrounding me. My aura was like black. Like it was bad, you guys. It was bad. I was the saddest person you'd ever meet. If I can do it, you can do it. Because I let the loops, the negative depression loops get me down over and over and over. And week after week, month after month, year after year, I would sit here and become even more depressed because I was in the same situation that I had been in, that I wanted to get out of over and over and over. And do you know why? Because I wasn't truly doing anything about it. And it wasn't until recently I decided this is what I want. I'm going for it. I'm changing the way I think about things. I am changing the way I carry out my day, and I'm going to make it happen. F anybody else if they don't understand it. F anybody else if they've got certain comments or opinions. That's on them. Nothing to do with me and my dreams. They don't dictate what I do with my life. Here's something corny. Sticks and stones might break my bones, but words will never hurt me. I know that's so lame. I kind of felt super lame just saying that, but it is true. Words cannot hurt you. Let them have their opinions. Let them say what they're going to say about you. Let them make fun of you. That's on them. That is showing their true colors. Okay? It's possible to stop rehearsing rejection, stop living in a negative way, and start going after your goals and your dreams. I'm living proof. Okay, so the pattern. You have to recognize the pattern. That's big. Because you might not even know you're doing it. Why are things not working out for me? Why am I not achieving this goal? Why does this person have all the stuff I want but I don't? It's all patterns. It's all your behavior. Once you recognize what you're doing to cause your outcomes, that's when the real power and control sets in. Because then you realize that you have the power and the control to change everything around. You are in control. And it took me years to like really understand that. Took me years. You think about doing something wrong, you avoid it, you feel stuck, and then you blame your situation. That's a bad pattern loop. So your thought, fear, inaction, regret, repeat. That was me for as long as I can remember. Just doing that endless loop. Catch the pattern. It is not your life keeping you stuck. It is your pattern. Change the way you carry out your day. change the actions. You're going to have to start paying attention to yourself. Catch yourself in the moment. Realize that that action or that thought or whatever, it's not serving you. It does not get you closer to your goal. You cannot sit around and watch Netflix all day or doom scroll on Netflix or Pinterest or TikTok or Instagram or whatever. That's not going to serve you. Sure, have some release where you watch a funny video or you watch a funny show, but you cannot make that the basis. You can't make that the basis of your like decompression. So if you had a bad day at work or whatever, don't just sink yourself into the couch or the chair or your bed and just watch TV or sit there and look at the ceiling and feel sorry for yourself. It's not serving you. And that's why you're not moving forward in life. You got to cut some things out. You've got to pay attention to your behavior, your actions, the pattern, and change it. Just because you think something's going to go wrong does not mean it will. And I'm proof of that too, because there's been so many meetings where before the meeting is kicking off at work, I am like, oh my God, this is going to happen. They're going to think this, they're going to say this, they're going to ask me this, I'm going to have to talk to this or whatever. And none of it even happens. And I spent an hour and a half before that meeting freaking out, sweating, making myself nervous, telling myself I wasn't good enough and all this stuff, and then it didn't even happen. And then after the meeting ends and you leave Teams or you walk out the meeting room and you're just like, I did all of that stressing out and worrying for nothing. Stop believing that things are going to go wrong. Stop assuming that things are going to go wrong. Reframe it. What if it works? What if I'm figuring it out? What if I'm actually capable? You have to put those thoughts in your head too. You can't always be on the negative, because then the negative is truly going to present itself in your reality. Confidence does not come before action. It comes from it. I'm going to say that again. Confidence does not come from action. It comes from it. You cannot wait to feel ready. You got to just do it. You have to feel the embarrassment. You have to get up and try again. You've got to go through the repetitions. And then that's when you start to build confidence. You don't just wake up one day and have it. There are some very strong-willed people, strong-minded people out there, yes. But you don't become good at something right off the bat. You got to work at it. You got to go through the repetition. Now, how to stop it. You got to catch it, you got to call it out, you got to interrupt it, and you have to take immediate action. Catching it is going to be the hard part because some of us don't realize that we're doing it. But if you're really wanting to change, you're going to start paying attention to every move you make, every literal move you make, every thought that you have. Once you realize that you're having a negative thought or you're doing something or you're like, I have been sitting here binging this show on Netflix for like 5 hours now. Like once you notice that, you gotta catch it and you gotta like realize, okay, that's not serving me. That's not gonna help me get anywhere near my goals. It's not gonna help me move forward. Catch it, call it out. It's not serving you. If your name's Joe, this is not serving you. Think of something different. Reframe that thought. Stop with this behavior. Stop with this action. Interrupt it. Catch it, call it out, interrupt it. It's not serving you. Take immediate action. Change it around. Do something active. I know that sounds lame. Like, okay, so I'm going to catch my negative thought and then I'm going to go do like an action like, I don't know, sweep the floor or something or mop the floor. Yeah. Stop. Catch that thought, call it out, interrupt it. It's not serving you. Do an action. Go paint a picture. It doesn't matter if you're Picasso. Go paint something. Go draw something. Go take your dog for a walk if you don't have a dog. Go sweep your floors. Go wipe your counters. When you catch the thought, you interrupt it. You're like, this isn't serving me. And then you put your body into action. Do some squats. I don't know. You put your body into action. Your brain's... I need to do another video of how to explain this better because right now I don't know how to put it into words, but it's helping your brain like rewire. Like, okay, that thought's not really working out anymore. Do something positive, do an action. You're making your body work. And it just, I don't know, like I tried it and it works. I'll have negative thoughts. I'll be at work and I'm second guessing my work. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to step away for a minute. I'm going to push whatever negative thought I just had to the side. I'm going to try to reframe it. I'm going to go make sure the sink is cleared. I'm going to go wash some dishes real quick, decompress. I'm going to go make sure the trash isn't filled up, take the trash out, decompress. Go back to it, reapproach it with a more positive attitude. Sometimes you got to walk away when you're catching the thought, interrupting it. Do some sort of action. You can even just stand up and just kind of take a deep breath, or like walk around the house or something. I don't know. It doesn't have to be anything like crazy. Just put you take immediate action, a literal action, and at the same time reframe your mind. Put a positive thought in there. Yes, I can do this. Stop telling yourself that you can't do it. Talk aloud to yourself if you have to. I do. It sounds lame, but if you're the only one in the house or in your office, do it. Who cares? You're bettering yourself, right? Every time you act, you are going to build evidence. Evidence that you can, evidence that you're capable, evidence that positive things can happen to you. Every time you hesitate, you reinforce doubt. Every time you hesitate, you reinforce doubt. Self-trust is built through action, not by thinking it. Oh my God, for so long, I was like, I'll just think positive thoughts. I'll just always think positive, always think positive. Now, it didn't work because my brain was so conditioned that positive thoughts started to turn into negative thoughts. But here's the thing, all I was doing was thinking. I was never putting action into anything. Self-trust is built through action, not thinking. You have to put in the work. You have to be proactive and put an action to your positive thoughts. You can't just sit here and have positive thoughts simultaneously. They work together. Action and your self-trust building have to work together. You think it, I can do that, then you have to really go try and do it. And no, you might not be perfect at it, at the start. It's going to take repetition. It's going to take practice. And this is actually why I created my journal, because most of us don't even realize we're doing it. I didn't realize I was doing it for a long time until I started kind of getting called out subtly by people here and there, and I started picking up on their comments. I'm like, I'm a really negative person. No wonder my life isn't going where I want it to be, because I'm constantly second guessing myself and overthinking and literally telling myself I'm not capable, or I'm never going to achieve goals. No wonder I'm not moving forward. So I created a journal, um, to catch my thoughts and rewrite them. And so I actually created one for everyone to use. And it's a tool that can be used for awareness. It's a pattern breaker and a daily accountability. Accountability is huge. Once you catch yourself with those negative thoughts, or catch yourself doing a behavior that is not serving you and getting you closer to goals, you start to become accountable. You start to realize that what you're doing is not helping you. And so then you turn it around and you change your actions and you change your patterns. And then you start having more positive outcomes in your life. You start achieving things that you told yourself you couldn't. You start noticing stuff when you take accountability. And when you take accountability, you start noticing the control and the power you have. I'm telling you, if you've made it this far into the video and you're like, who is this girl talking about all this shit? I'm telling you, it's so corny, but it's so true. But it's so simple. It's like, duh. Like, now I sit here and I look back on how I used to be, how negative I used to be, and the thoughts that I would have had in certain situations. I'm just like, How did you not see that you were in control this whole time? How did you not realize that? It's so simple. Maybe you just need some tough love. And here I am to give that to you because I've been in some dark places. I have became a person I did not recognize. I did not want to look at myself in the mirror. I hated myself. I would tell myself things aloud that were just horrible. I would say horrible things to myself. I've been there. And it took me forever to realize that I was in control the entire time. So instead of using that control to be negative towards yourself, use the control to be positive towards yourself and go after your dreams and stop worrying about what everybody else thinks. Because at the end of the day, it's about you. There should be no one else telling you how to live your life but yourself. So I created this journal to use, again, as an awareness tool, a pattern breaker, and daily accountability. It's super simple, but it is super effective. Sometimes we just have to get our thoughts down on paper. And when we do that, when we take that action of getting our thoughts down on paper, you realize that some of those negative thoughts were so silly and it's easier to push them to the side. So to close this video, stop rehearsing rejection and prove yourself wrong. Do a challenge with yourself. Prove yourself wrong. You are more capable than you think. You are more in control than you think. The life you want is on the other side of uncomfortable action. I cannot stress this enough. When you start to change your life, you really want it, you've got the passion to do it, you start recognizing your bad patterns and your negative thoughts, it's going to be uncomfortable. It's not going to be some puppy dog rainbow. Oh, this was easy. It's going to be uncomfortable. Why? Because you have conditioned yourself to be a certain way, to be negative for so long. It's going to be hard to break that. Go through the uncomfortable actions. Go through it. Feel embarrassed. Everybody feels embarrassed. It's okay. You're going to live. You're going to get past it. Go through the uncomfortable action. That's my spiel for today for rehearsing rejection, how to catch it, how to stop it. Be sure to subscribe and turn on your notifications for upcoming videos. I hope this found you well. And if you know anybody in your life who's needing a little tough love and some real life, I've been there, done that kind of perspective, send them my way. Again, I am not some guru. I haven't mastered anything. I am going through this with you. I've already noticed a shift in the way I carry myself and my thoughts. I've been there. I've been in the dark space. I know how hard it is to get out. I'm here to be a guide for you. I'm here to go first to show you that it's possible. So again, be sure to subscribe, hit that notification button, and I will talk to you guys later with another video. And Bolo for my journal, because I'm going to be releasing it soon. I'm telling you, it's super simple to use. You need to get those thoughts out on paper. Be aware, break those patterns, and have daily accountability. All right, guys, thank you. I'll see you on another episode here soon.